Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem, and here is the news. 895 days less the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Early yesterday, Russian authorities claimed that Ukraine launched a large-scale drone and missile attack on Russia's Kursk Oblast that borders Ukraine, reports Ukrainska Pravda. The Russian Ministry of Defense later said that it deployed reserve troops there to fight off the attack. According to them, about 300 Ukrainian soldiers, 11 tanks, and more than 20 armored personnel carriers attacked Russian units near the state border in Kursk Oblast. The US Institute for the Study of War informed that the Russian Ministry of Defense and Federal Security Service claimed that their forces repelled several raids by Ukrainian forces. Geolocated footage published on August 6 shows damaged and abandoned armored vehicles roughly 7 kilometers north of the international border. Russian sources claim that the footage shows Ukrainian vehicles, but the institute cannot confirm whether these armored vehicles are Russian, Ukrainian, or both. Russian mill bloggers claim that Ukrainian forces attacked from two directions, from the Sudzha checkpoint on the border northeast of Sumy city and from Novehke, Sumy Oblast, northeast of the Sudzha checkpoint and Sumy city. The Russian Defense Ministry claimed that Russian forces destroyed 16 Ukrainian armored vehicles during the supposed raids and that Russian forces conducted retaliatory strikes against Ukrainian positions in Sumy Oblast. Acting Kursk Oblast Governor Alexei Smirnov and several Russian mill bloggers warned that fighting is ongoing in the border areas, contrary to the Russian MOD's and FSB's reporting. Ukraine has not officially commented on this issue. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family, as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the podcast and truth about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. In his evening video address, President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky informed that he held a meeting of the staff. Commander-in-Chief Alexander Syrsky took part in the meeting directly from the front line. The toughest situation is in the Pokrovsk and Toretsk directions, as well as the Kharkiv region. The president stressed that Ukrainian forces are already gaining the upper hand and in July used more drones than the Russians. Quote, "We have already contracted 1 million drones for this year and more will follow in total within the year. We are not disclosing all the details now, but our drone production capabilities are steadily increasing and we are working not only with state funding but also with partners, so that they invest in our drone production," unquote, said the president. Also, the staff adopted a decision to increase funding of Ukraine's missile program. Volodymyr Zelensky informed that at least one person was killed and 12 people were injured in the city of Kharkiv in the Russian missile strike. The rescue operation is still underway. There are people under the rubble. Earlier, Russian forces carried out a missile attack on the city center of Kharkiv, damaging a clinic building, reports Ukrinform. Two civilians were killed in Zaporizhia Oblast, where Russians dropped guided aerial bombs on the village of Dolinka. The bomb killed 2 men and partially destroyed a private building. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just 2 people and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we're getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.